This week we're in the company of the hilarious community comedian Donna Spence, who is here to tell us about her new show, Laughter in My Soul.
Laughed in my soul.
So we're just here to find out a bit about the show, who's going to be on the bill, and also about her background and her interest in black businesses. So welcome, Donna.
Thank you for having me.
Laughter in My Soul, interesting title. Tell us a bit more about the title.
You know, when you're doing a show, it's kind of hard to come out with a title because there's so many different titles. But for me, it was like, well, laughter is a healer. Laughter make you well. Laughter is a good medicine. So laughter has to come from the soul. So I thought, well, okay, laughter in my soul. And it kind of stuck. And a few people have kind of said, oh, I like the name. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, that's how it kind of came about.
Good. And tell us a bit about the comedians on the bill. What are they each going to bring to the show?
Okay, so well, you've got Donna Murray Taylor, which is the only female on the bill. So I need you guys to come out and support. She's the only female on the bill, and Donna kind of reminds me of me in the sense that she's out there. She's a big girl, big sister's rock. She does many things. She's like I call her passionate activist because she's very much into women's rights, into equal rights, and so she's one of those. So she brings that element of let's be real, let's go back to the old school flavor, let's bring love back in. She has that thing. Leslie Lewis Walker is a singer, is an acoustic singer. He's fabulous. His voice is soothing, and I think he's South London based as well, which is great. Jeff Schumann is my brother. Jeff Schumann is he's the former big man of comedy because obviously he's lost so much weight now. But Jeff brings that flavour, and he's come from Sierra Leone, and he's I think Sierra Leone and I think it's West Indian mix. So he has that mixture, and he's not scared to step boundaries, which is what I love about Jeff. And obviously he's got his own radio show, so Jeff can do so many things. He's a writer, actor, all these things. So he brings that element. Shabba, the comedian, is one of the ones from the new school. Shabba has been around maybe about 2-3 years, but he has 7 sisters and he understands women, and he's got that old head on him, which I call the old head, because a lot of the new style comics, they don't have the same elements sometimes, and that's because it's about a skill. So Shabba has that old school flavour to him, even though he's so young. Curtis Walker, well, you know Curtis Walker is the cynical Don. He's so cynical, it's hilarious. He's been around for how long? Most people know him from The Real McCoy. You see him on adverts sometimes. He's been around, he's an actor, he's been around for time. And he's a very seasoned comic, and he knows how to work a stage. He always knows how to bring whether young or old. So they all bring that flavour. And then you've got Kane Brown. Kane Brown came out as another name when he came out years ago. And Kane Brown, he went and done his stuff when he first came out, then he left and he came back, and now he's come out like a force. He's like a hurricane now. He's come to tear everything up. He doesn't care. He speaks his mind. He says things that people want to say but are scared to say, which are the comics that I like. Most times when I put on a show, I like comics who are not scared to talk. Like the American comics will say what they want to say. We kind of act like, oh, I can't say that. Especially some of the male comics, they don't really say what they want to say. I'm like, listen, you got one life to live, say what you want to say. And females are now starting to step up as well. We're starting to go, look, I can say this and say it respectfully and be real. And so really, I think that I've got a good mixture of people. And we've got Shaq D. Now, Shaq D plays the music. Shaq D's a great DJ who thinks he should be a comedian. He so needs to go back and sleep. But he's funny, he is funny, and he plays music so beautifully. And he has that energy, and that's really what we want. It's about bringing that energy because people are going through so many stuff right now, you know, in life, what's going on around us in the world, that we got to laugh, because if you don't laugh, you're going to cry. So why not cry with laughter?
Fantastic answer. So in a last sentence, why should people head up to SC19 Crystal Palace to see you this Sunday?
Because it's Saturday.
Saturday.
It's 27th. Because it's the place to be. Crystal Palace for a long time has needed something. South London hasn't really got any venues. You've got the big theatres going on. I think you've got one big theatre in South London to go on. But apart from that, you've got nowhere else to go. Open Door Venue is the place to be right now. Crystal Palace, there's so many of us there. As black people, there's so much of us living around Annalee, Crystal Palace, Streatham, Tulse Hill, West Norwood. You know, all the areas need to come out and go, look, have a laugh. it's up the road for you. You know, every time you speak to someone, oh, I live up the road. Oh, I live up the road. You do. So come out, come and see the show, because everything's always in Hackney or it's always in West London or something like that. South London has got its own flavour. We need to represent.
Let's represent.
South London travels everywhere. Time you lot came to us now.
Okay.
Time you came to us.
Okay, thank you very much, Donna.